We've all been there. That nagging tickle in the back of your throat, the constant need to clear it, and the sticky, uncomfortable feeling of phlegm that just won't go away. Whether you're at work, out with friends, or simply trying to enjoy a quiet evening at home, a phlegmy throat can be a major distraction. Believe it or not, you're not alone in this battle against phlegm. Millions of people worldwide struggle with a constantly phlegmy throat. From the common cold to allergies and even more complex issues, there's a wide range of factors that can lead to that annoying mucus buildup. It's easy to dismiss a phlegmy throat as a minor inconvenience, but it can have a real impact on your quality of life. Think about it. How many times have you held back from speaking up in a meeting or joining a conversation because you were worried about that telltale cough or throat clearing? Let's talk about a major player in the phlegmy throat saga, post-nasal drip. It's a common condition where mucus from your nasal passages drips down the back of your throat, creating that persistent urge to clear your throat. Allergies are a major culprit. When you're exposed to allergens like pollen, dust mites, or pet dander, your body releases histamines, which trigger inflammation and mucus production. This excess mucus then has nowhere to go but down the back of your throat, leading to that all-too-familiar phlegmy feeling. And it's not just allergies. The common cold, sinus infections, and even dry air can contribute to post-nasal drip. When your nasal passages are irritated or inflamed, they produce more mucus in an attempt to protect themselves. Think of it like this: your nasal passages are like a highway, and mucus is like the traffic. Now you might be thinking, okay, I have some extra mucus, but why does it feel so uncomfortable? Well, the back of your throat is sensitive. This constant irritation triggers your body's natural cough reflex, leading to that persistent need to clear your throat. Postnasal drip can disrupt your sleep, leaving you feeling tired and drained during the day. It's often a silent troublemaker lurking in the background and causing discomfort without any obvious signs like a runny nose or sneezing. Postnasal drip can affect your quality of life, making it difficult to concentrate, speak clearly, and even breathe comfortably. But the good news is that once you identify postnasal drip as the root cause, you can start taking steps to address it and find relief. So, how do you break free from the clutches of postnasal drip? The first step is to identify the underlying cause. If allergies are the trigger, minimizing your exposure to allergens is crucial. Saline rinses can also be incredibly effective in flushing out allergens and excess mucus from your nasal passages. Staying hydrated is also key. When you're dehydrated, your mucus becomes thicker and stickier, making it more likely to get stuck in your throat. By taking a proactive approach, you can finally say goodbye to that annoying tickle in your throat and breathe easy again. But what if your phlegmy throat is caused by something more surprising? Now let's talk about a less obvious culprit behind that persistent phlegmy throat: acid reflux. Acid reflux is often a silent saboteur, quietly irritating your throat and triggering excess mucus production without you even realizing it. Imagine this: you enjoy a delicious spicy meal before bed, and a few hours later you wake up with a phlegmy throat. Acid reflux occurs when the valve that separates your stomach from your esophagus, known as the lower esophageal sphincter, weakens or relaxes inappropriately. This backflow of acid, known as gastroesophageal reflux disease, can irritate the lining of your esophagus and throat, triggering inflammation, discomfort, and yes, even excess mucus production. While heartburn is a common symptom of acid reflux, it's not the only sign that stomach acid might be wreaking havoc on your throat. Many people experience what's known as silent reflux or laryngopharyngeal reflux, often abbreviated as LPR, where stomach acid backs up all the way to the back of the throat without causing noticeable heartburn. Instead of the burning sensation in the chest, LPR often manifests as a persistent cough, hoarseness, a lump in the throat sensation, and of course that dreaded phlegmy throat. If you suspect that acid reflux might be contributing to your phlegmy throat, it's essential to consult with a healthcare professional for proper diagnosis and treatment. You might wonder how gravity plays a role in all of this. When you lie down, especially after a meal, gravity is no longer your friend. It can allow stomach acid to flow more easily back up into your esophagus and throat, leading to those unpleasant reflux symptoms. If you're struggling with a phlegmy throat related to acid reflux, adjusting your sleeping habits can make a world of difference. Elevating your head with extra pillows can help keep stomach acid down and reduce the likelihood of it irritating your throat while you sleep. Additionally, avoiding late-night meals can give your body ample time to digest food before you lie down, minimizing the risk of acid reflux. Now, you might be wondering, how does acid reflux lead to that annoying phlegm in my throat? Well, it's a bit of a domino effect. When stomach acid repeatedly washes up into your throat, it irritates the delicate lining, causing inflammation. This inflammation triggers your body's natural defense mechanisms, one of which is to produce more mucus. This excess mucus can then accumulate in the back of your throat, creating that familiar phlegmy feeling. The more frequently acid reflux occurs, the more irritated your throat becomes, leading to a vicious cycle of inflammation and mucus production. By addressing the root cause of your acid reflux, whether it's through lifestyle modifications, dietary changes, or medications, you can reduce the frequency and severity of reflux episodes. Now let's shift our focus to a factor you might not expect: your environment. Believe it or not, the air you breathe every day could be a major contributor to that persistent phlegmy throat. From dust mites and pet dander to mold spores and chemical fumes, a whole host of microscopic irritants can lurk in our indoor environments, triggering our bodies to produce more mucus. If you're constantly battling a phlegmy throat, it's worth considering whether your environment might be playing a role. Dry air is another environmental factor that can wreak havoc on our throats, often exacerbating existing phlegm problems. When the air lacks adequate moisture, it can dry out the delicate mucous membranes lining our nasal passages and throat, making them more susceptible to irritation and inflammation. This dryness can also trigger your body to produce even more mucus in an attempt to compensate, leading to a vicious cycle of dryness, irritation, and excess mucus production. If you live in a dry climate or spend a lot of time in air-conditioned environments, paying attention to indoor humidity levels is essential for maintaining a healthy respiratory system. Let's face it, our modern world is full of potential irritants that can trigger a phlegmy throat. From airborne allergens like pollen, dust mites, and pet dander, to chemical fumes from cleaning products, paints, and even air fresheners, our respiratory systems are constantly bombarded with microscopic particles that can trigger an immune response. When these irritants enter your nasal passages and throat, your body recognizes them as foreign invaders and mounts a defense. This defense mechanism often involves inflammation and increased mucus production, as your body attempts to trap and neutralize these irritants before they can reach your lungs. While our bodies are remarkably resilient, constant exposure to these irritants can overwhelm our defenses, leading to chronic inflammation, excessive mucus production, and that persistent phlegmy feeling. It's like having a constant low-grade irritation in your throat, making it difficult for your body to fully recover. Identifying and minimizing your exposure to these triggers is key to breaking the cycle. This might involve using dust mite covers on your bedding, opting for hypoallergenic cleaning products, ensuring adequate ventilation in your home, and being mindful of air quality when spending time outdoors. Let's talk about a factor that's often overlooked but plays a significant role in throat health: your diet. The old adage, "you are what you eat," rings true when it comes to mucus production. Certain foods can help thin mucus and soothe your throat, while others can thicken it, making it harder to clear. Imagine starting your day with a large latte and a pastry, both laden with dairy and sugar. As you sip your coffee, you notice that familiar tickle in your throat. Paying attention to your diet and making conscious choices can make a world of difference in managing a phlegmy throat. Dairy products, while often touted for their calcium and protein content, can be a major culprit behind a phlegmy throat for many people. Dairy contains a type of sugar called lactose, which can be difficult for some people to digest, leading to digestive discomfort, bloating, and yes, even increased mucus production. Imagine this, you're lactose intolerant, but you haven't quite made the connection between dairy and your phlegmy throat. You enjoy a bowl of cereal with milk for breakfast, a cheese sandwich for lunch, and a scoop of ice cream for dessert. Throughout the day, you notice that your throat feels coated, and you constantly have to clear it. This is because when your body struggles to break down lactose, it can trigger an inflammatory response in your gut, leading to increased mucus production as your body tries to protect itself. This excess mucus can then travel up to your throat, creating that phlegmy feeling. Even if you're not lactose intolerant, dairy can still contribute to a phlegmy throat for some people. Dairy products contain a protein called casein, which can stimulate mucus production in the respiratory system. This is why some people find that their throats feel thicker and more congested after consuming dairy. Section 3. The sugar trap. Sugar, while tempting and often irresistible, can exacerbate a phlegmy throat. From sugary drinks to processed snacks and baked goods, sugar is everywhere in our diets. Imagine indulging in sugary treats throughout the day. Starting your morning with a donut and coffee, grabbing a candy bar for a midday pick-me-up, and ending your evening with a bowl of ice cream. You notice your throat feels thicker and you're constantly clearing it. Sugar can suppress your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections. By reducing sugar intake and opting for healthier alternatives, you can support your immune system and reduce phlegm. Section 4. A refreshing change. The good news is that by making simple adjustments to your diet, you can significantly impact your throat health and reduce that pesky phlegm. Think of it as a refreshing change for your entire body, not just your throat. Start by incorporating more whole, unprocessed foods into your diet, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. These foods are packed with nutrients that support your immune system and help your body function optimally. They're also naturally hydrating, which can help thin mucus and make it easier to clear. Additionally, consider incorporating foods that are known for their anti-inflammatory properties, such as ginger, turmeric, and garlic. When it comes to beverages, water is your best friend. Staying hydrated is crucial for thinning mucus and keeping your throat lubricated. Aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day and consider adding a squeeze of lemon or a slice of cucumber for a refreshing twist. Remember, making gradual changes to your diet is often more sustainable than trying to overhaul everything at once. Start by identifying 1 or 2 dietary habits you'd like to change and gradually incorporate healthier alternatives. Your throat and your overall health will thank you for it. Reclaiming your throat health. We've explored the culprits behind a phlegmy throat, debunking myths and revealing real causes. From postnasal drip to acid reflux and environmental factors, we've uncovered how our bodies respond. Remember those simple yet powerful tips? Controlling allergens, managing reflux, optimizing your environment, and mindful eating are key. Imagine waking up with a clear throat, breathing easily and speaking freely. Understanding your body and making informed choices is transformative. Take control of your health, one step at a time. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. Reach out to a healthcare professional for personalized guidance and support. Section 2, listen to your body. As we conclude this exploration into the real causes of a constant phlegmy throat, remember this: your body is always communicating with you. That persistent phlegm isn't just an annoyance, it's a message, a signal that something needs attention. Perhaps it's a sign to evaluate your environment, tweak your diet, or explore potential food sensitivities. By listening to these subtle cues and taking a proactive approach to your health, you can address the root causes of discomfort and create a more harmonious relationship with your body. Don't be afraid to experiment, to try different strategies and see what works best for you. Every individual is unique, and what brings relief to one person may not work the same way for another. Embrace this journey of self-discovery and remember that small changes can yield remarkable results. As you implement these tips and insights, pay attention to how your body responds. Celebrate each step forward, no matter how small, and remember that you're on the path to reclaiming your throat health and overall well-being.